Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Voice of Wind 80 library from Soundiron. And this library is kind of the first in their new series, Voice of Wind. Um, and kind of the first impressions I get from this library are, it reminds me of the solo vocal from the Jaeger library from Audio Imperia. And but that vocal is within the all-encompassing orchestra library. This one is by itself, and as a result, it's a lot cheaper and a lot more affordable. So I would definitely give this a look if you're looking for a solo vocal library, especially one that's more intimate and more personal. And that's exactly the character that this library gives. It's a very intimate and warm sound. So Adey did a wonderful job in her performances. Let me just show you the legato really quickly here. And so what you'll notice here is that the recording quality is very beautiful. It's very clean. But what I noticed is that there were a couple transitions where it sounds like it really sounds like two notes were put together, and the transitions themselves were kind of separated in a way. So, for example, let me go from D flat to C. You hear she kind of dips from. So she goes down from D flat to a B natural before going back up to that C. Instead of just straight to that note. And this happens a few times actually. And in a way that can kind of disrupt from the natural phrasing of your melody if you're going for something like that. Because you expect, when she goes from note to note that it's basically dead on the legato transition. Like if I'm going from F to G, I expect I don't expect or something like that. I don't expect any wavering, right? And so we have one here as well, from G sharp to G. You almost get a in a way, but it's a little less pronounced than the previous one I just showed you, but right? So and the ahs are similar. So this is much better for slow playing, I believe. If I do it quickly, then it starts to sound like separate performances being put together. But if you let one note ring out, then you can really appreciate the beauty in her voice. So that's the strength in the legato patch, I believe. Slow melodic lines that are good for soaring and longer phrases. Let's move on to the sustains, which is basically like the legato, but you don't have any of those transitions. You can play polyphonically. Ooh, that's a nice tail. And then, you have all these different syllables as well. Right, so it's a very upfront and warm sound you get from this. Staccatos are kind of cool as well. Turn down the volume a touch. Let's see. It definitely sounds a lot better in chords than it does with separated notes like melodic lines. So I think the staccato patch really works the best when you have it in staccato, like that with chords. Now with the phrases, this is another one of the strong points of the library. So they recorded, a ton of phrases in these different keys here, and you can see that they were categorized according to mood. So if you're writing more of an up-tempo, happy piece, then I would use the bright ones. If it's more the emotional dark ones, then of course use the dark ones. But here, for example, I'll do one more here. So you can never replicate a true performance with technology. It just sounds so natural, you know? And the greatest thing is you can actually layer in all these different phrases because they're all in the same key, as you can choose here. So if you want to check out all the features, of course you want to check out the walkthrough video on the Soundiron channel. But in general, this library is very stylized. It's more for that intimate, warm piece, like for your music. I would definitely consider it one of those niche libraries for sure. So if you're looking for something that's more all-rounded, this library may not be for you. But if you're a singer-songwriter or composing, looking for that delicate, warm sound, vocal sound, then definitely check this out. And right now, as I said, it's $39 at the time of this recording. So give it a look. It sounds great. I think if they just updated legato just a touch to make the connection a little more smooth, it would sound awesome. But aside from that, it's a wonderful library, and I hope you get to use it. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.